Chapter 15, Who is yours? Jiushang admired Xue Fanxin's boldness and straightforwardness. It was as if in her eyes, he was not a high and mighty lord, but someone equal to her. It was lonely when one stood at the top of the world. Staying at the top for too long was unbearable. It was rare to have a little to pass time with someone, so he naturally had to cherish her. I'm only here to remind you that Yi Tian is not a simple person. He thought that the person who saved him 2 years ago was Li Yaoyao, so he protected her in every way possible. During the day, he accidentally found out the truth about what happened back then. He's doing his best to investigate now. 2 years ago, Xue Fanxin tried her best to remember what had happened 2 years ago. Her mind was blank, and there was nothing there. The so-called blank memory referred to the hosts. As for her own, there was no need to mention it. Had the hosts saved Yi Tian 2 years ago? She had no memory of it, yet Jiushang saw that Xue Fanxin was deep in thought and decided to tell her the truth. The 9-step azure fire snake's poison can greatly influence the human brain. It is one of the main ingredients needed to refine the forgetfulness pill. You mean that because I was poisoned by the 9-step azure fire snake, I've forgotten what happened 2 years ago? Little girl, remember that you belong to me, Jiushang said, with a gentle but overbearing tone. Clearly, he had already regarded Xue Fanxin as his property. Whoever dared to lay their hands on the prey that he, Jiushang, had set his sights on would only end up dead. That Yi Tian had better be sensible or he would die. Who's yours? Don't talk nonsense. You're ruining my reputation. Yu Zufan wanted to argue fiercely with Jiushang, but halfway through, her mouth was covered by a long, fair finger. Then, a magnified, handsome face appeared in front of her. Was this guy trying to kiss her? What do you want? Jiushang leaned forward and pressed against Xue Fanxin. His enticing and charming thin lips were almost touching hers. Even though there was a finger obstructing them, the distance between them was still fairly close, so close that it was ambiguous. Xue Fanxin thought that Jiushang wanted to do something indecent to her. Just as she was about to counterattack, she suddenly felt a warm current flowing through her body. It was numbing, as if he was tickling her. Also, it was a very comfortable feeling. What was going on? Jiushang used his finger to gently tap Xue Fanxin's little lips. He said evilly, I have already helped you undo the first seal. The rest is up to you. If you perform badly, I won't want you anymore. Seal? What are you talking about? Although Xue Fanxin was confused, she could tell that Jiushang had no ill will towards her. He had even helped her a lot just now. As for what it was, she had no idea. This guy was being mysterious. What was he doing? You'll find out in the future. That Li Yaoyao is causing trouble again. Enjoy yourself. Jiushang tapped Xue Fanxin's forehead with his finger before standing up. With a turn of his body, he transformed into white smoke and disappeared. The purple glowing barrier round the room disappeared along with him. Xue Fanxin immediately heard the noise outside. Oh no, the miss is hanging herself. Sumionacom, Liawayo is hanging herself. She really knew how to kick up a fuss.